In a world ravaged by ferocious beasts, where humanity's survival hangs by a thread, martial artists stand as the titans of the new era. They are the top earners, the celebrities, and the shield of civilization. But for Su Hong, a young aspirant in the sweaty, brutal confines of the training hall, the path to glory is paved with blood, sweat, and crushing poverty. He hones his diamond fist, pushing his body past the limits of endurance, finally achieving the realm of subtlety. Yet talent alone cannot bridge the gap of finance. When his instructor demands a staggering 30,000 yuan registration fee for the martial division, Su Hong is forced to confront a harsh reality. In this economy of violence, dreams have a price tag. The weight of his destiny crashes down, not in the dojo, but in the cramped apartment he shares with his aunt and uncle. Having lost his parents to the beast disasters of his youth, Su Hong discovers the unfathomable depth of his guardian's sacrifice. Overhearing his uncle's willingness to forego life-saving medication just to fund his tuition, Su Hong's heart hardens into resolve. He will not be the leech that drains the life from the only family he has left. Desperation breeds boldness, leading him to the one place where quick money flows as freely as blood, the underground fight club. Donning a bull mask and the alias Minotaur, Su Hong steps into the neon-lit cage. The challenge is simple but deadly. Win 4 consecutive matches to claim 60,000 yuan, lose and leave with nothing but broken bones. The crowd jeers at the newcomer, but Su Hong silences them with devastating efficiency. Utilizing the crushing power of his diamond fist, he obliterates his first opponent in a single strike. The second and third challengers fall just as quickly, his mastery of subtlety proving too much for mere brawlers. He is a force of nature, seemingly unstoppable, until the final gatekeeper steps forward. The fourth opponent is White Fox, a fighter radiating an aura of lethal calm. The clash is immediate and unfair. White Fox is not a mere disciple. He is a quasi-martial artist, a cheat within the system, suppressing his true power to crush amateurs. Su Hong fights with everything he has, but the gap in realms is absolute. White Fox unleashes the rushing Thunder Fist, a strike of terrifying velocity that shatters Su Hong's defense and leaves him broken on the canvas. As consciousness fades, the vile truth of the underground is whispered in his ear. White Fox offers him a devil's bargain. The prize money is gone, but Su Hong can earn a living by becoming a puppet, throwing matches for a corrupt syndicate. It is an offer of survival at the cost of his soul. But as the darkness closes in, images of his family's sacrifice flash before his eyes. To accept corruption is to mock their love. To give up is to doom them. A primal fire ignites within his broken body. Su Hong rejects the path of the coward. A mysterious digital interface manifests in his mind, asking a single, terrifying question. For your family, for your faith, what price will you pay? With eyes glowing like the embers of hell, Su Hong screams his answer into the void. Everything. The Minotaur rises once more, surging with a new, terrifying power, ready to tear down the heavens themselves to protect his own. The pact is sealed. From the blinding light of a higher dimension, a golden deity descends, granting Su Hong a chance to rewrite his stars. The system awakens, presenting him with the way of the arena. But knowledge is not given freely. It must be seized. A perfect clone manifests before him, mirror image, executing the Vajra fist with a precision that mocks Su Hong's current limitations. This is no simple sparring match. It is a brutal tutelage. Blow after blow, Su Hong engages his spectral twin. With every impact, the numbers rise. 7% proficiency becomes 10, then 20. The agony of the clash is drowned out by the intoxicating rush of evolution. In this timeless void, seconds bleed into mastery. The floating light palm, the void step, the Vajra fist skills that take lifetimes to perfect are honed in moments. He pushes past the boundaries of the mortal body, his proficiency shattering the ceiling, until the system chimes with the ultimate designation, mastered. Reality snaps back into focus. The enemy launches the Thunder Rush Fist, a move that would have once been fatal. But to the awakened Su Hong, the world moves in slow motion. He sees every flaw, every opening. With a single, devastating strike of his mastered Vajra Fist, he shatters the opponent's guard and sends him crashing into oblivion. The crowd falls silent, stunned by the impossible power of a mere apprentice. Victory brings wealth 60,000 credits, but it also brings dangerous eyes. High above the arena, a shadowy figure watches, his interest piqued by a martial artist who defies logic. He commands his jackals to track the Minotaur, to uncover the man behind the mask. But Su Hong is no longer prey. As the agents corner him in a dark alley, he unleashes his void step, defying gravity to walk the walls and vanish into the night, leaving his pursuers grasping at shadows. Returning to the humble warmth of his home, Su Hong presents the spoils of war to his stunned auntie and uncle. He weaves a tale of a generous dojo master, masking the blood and danger that earned their salvation. But the hunger for power is not yet sated. Alone once more, he pours his remaining martial value into his vitality, his body surging with the energy of a quasi-martial artist. Restless and overflowing with newfound strength, he seeks a place to test his limits under the cover of darkness. He finds a Tier 1 combat power tester at the local school. Intending to use only a fraction of his might, he unleashes a punch at 70% capacity. The result is catastrophic. The machine does not merely register. The hit is obliterated, crumbling under the weight of his unfathomable power. As Su Hong flees the scene, leaving a trail of smoke and ruin, a furious teacher is left cursing the names of innocent students, unaware that a true monster has just been born in their midst. The next day, at the Star City's #1 high school, the atmosphere hums with nervous energy. The students gather, their eyes fixed on a legend in the flesh. Tier 3 martial artist, Chen Tian. He arrives not merely to speak, but to bestow a gift of unfathomable value, the C-rank martial art, the Thunder Rush Fist. As Chen Tian demonstrates, the air itself seems to shatter. The Thunder Rush Fist is fierce, domineering. At the basic level, it cracks like thunder. At the master level, it echoes 7 times. But the legend speaks of a perfect realm, 9 sounds a pinnacle, even he has yet to reach. The lesson begins, and the students flounder in the wake of such complexity. Hours pass and exhaustion claims the crowd. Even the school's heralded genius, Chen Shan, barely grasps the basics, earning only a lukewarm acknowledgement from the master. The path of martial Tao is cruel. Hard work without talent is often a futile struggle against the tide. But as the masters lament the lack of true genius, the heavens themselves seem to answer. Outside the gymnasium, the air explodes. Not once, not 7 times, but 9 distinct claps of thunder tear through the silence. The master sees the move's true form and understood what he was missing. Just then, his own version of the skill had increased to a new level, and he knew he had to get this boy. They rush to find this prodigy, this monster of talent, but the mysterious student has already vanished into the city streets. Su Hong walks away, unfazed by the chaos behind him. To him, reaching perfection is just exhausting work, nothing more. His system screen confirms it. The Thunder Rush Fist has reached perfection, but he still isn't satisfied. Wanting more strength and more martial values, he heads toward the Raging Thunder Dojo. Inside, he finds corruption. An arrogant disciple, Li Yan, and his dismissive instructor look down upon the common students, offering lazy instruction and brutal discipline. The instructor deigns to demonstrate the Raging Sea Spear technique only once, moving with a speed designed to confuse rather than teach. He believes no one could possibly grasp the essence of the flood dragon, treading the sea from a single, messy glance. He is wrong. Su Hong's eyes, sharp as diamonds, deconstruct every motion. He steps forward, seizing a spear. The atmosphere shifts instantly, with a single movement. He unleashes a torrent of blue energy, executing the technique with a precision that mocks the instructor's lesson. The dojo falls silent, stunned by this impossible prodigy. Threatened and envious, Li Yan steps forward to crush this upstart, unleashing his own micro-lethal spear. He calls Su Hong arrogant, believing his seniority will secure his victory. But as their weapons clash, Li Yan stares into the abyss of true talent. Su Hong does not just block, he dominates. Swirling with the fluid power of the ocean, Su Hong reveals that in the blink of an eye, he has already reached the proficient level of the raging sea spear. Within the confines of the training hall, young Su Hong shatters expectations. Wielding a training spear with the weight of a legendary weapon, he unleashes the raging sea spear technique. His movements are not just practiced, they are proficient, flowing with a power that belies his status as someone who has not yet even officially become a martial artist. His opponent, Li Yan, is left reeling in disbelief. The sheer force of Su Hong's strike crushes Li Yan's defenses, and his pride simultaneously, collapsing to his knees. Li Yan cannot comprehend how a novice reached the proficient stage so quickly, a feat that mocks his own years of arduous training. Consumed by humiliation and rage, Li Yan lashes out in a desperate, unsanctioned attack. The instructor intervenes, his voice thundering through the hall, scolding Li Yan for his inability to accept defeat. But behind the instructor's stern facade lies shock. He realizes Su Hong mastered the technique after seeing it demonstrated only once. In this moment, the hierarchy of the dojo shifts. The instructor bows to talent, treating Su Hong with a newfound, jarring respect. However, glory in the dojo does not put food on the table. Su Hong returns to the harsh reality of his life, where his uncle works himself to the bone, and his aunt worries over every credit. Seeing the physical toll poverty has taken on the only family he has, Su Hong makes a solemn vow. He will no longer be a burden. He will become their shield. Driven by necessity and the looming pressure of the school exams, he decides to take a dangerous path, hunting ferocious beasts in the wilderness. Su Hong prepares meticulously. He sinks his accumulated martial points into his vitality, pushing his physical stats to the brink of evolution, and spends his meager savings on a combat-ready alloy spear. For 2 days, he isolates himself in the gymnasium, grinding his skills until his techniques, the thunderclap fist, the floating light palm, and his spear artsul, reach the stage of perfection. Ready to face his destiny, Su Hong travels to the Star City martial artist base. The atmosphere is heavy with the scent of blood and commerce. He navigates through crowds of hardened mercenaries and arrogant scions, like young Master Yi, quickly realizing that in this lawless zone the humans might be as treacherous as the monsters. Ignoring the sneers of the gatekeepers who dismiss him as an ignorant, fearless brat, Su Hong steps out of the safety of the city walls and into the wild. The outer forest is deceptively empty, forcing him to venture deeper into the unknown. As the shadows lengthen and the safety of civilization fades, the silence is suddenly shattered. From the underbrush emerges a Tier 1 nethermoon wolf, its eyes glowing with predatory hunger. As the beast unleashes a terrifying howl and lunges for the kill, Su Hong grips his spear. The training is over. The true battle for survival has begun.